Let's take this.
Ladies and gentlemen, an old saying goes, we are what we eat.
Did anyone here see eating healthier as a standard to choose food when you're looking at your menu? If you did, please raise your hand. Thank you very much. Except from choice, is it convenient to enjoy these healthier food is also a problem. And our project is born with this, Healthaholic.
To start off explaining the problems we have identified, let me start with another saying that goes like this. Not everything can be paid by money, but without money, you can do nothing. So money matters so much, as Gio has mentioned, that it even affects how we choose food. So, is healthier food usually requires healthier ingredients and more organic ingredients. They usually have a higher price, which makes the choice between price and healthy food much more difficult for people, especially students who have really limited budget. And so the first problem we have identified is the barrier created by money that is blocking students from accessing healthy food.
So, I want to tell you guys a little horror story. I want you all to imagine a whole day without eating any meat. Scary, right? Now I'm going to tell you guys a less scary one. Imagine your whole day without eating any vegetables. That seems pretty easy to imagine. But people have been neglecting the importance of vegetables. The truth is, vegetables contain various kinds of nutrition. They improve digestion and lowers blood pressure. But people haven't been paying that much attention to vegetables. And many restaurants are promoting meat-based food, so it's actually pretty hard for us to actually get the vegetables that we needed. Fast food, pizza, cup noodles, that's what we're eating and getting every day. Eating those foods are far more convenient and easy for us. But the problem is that they are either made of unhealthy ingredients or cooked in an unhealthy way. And that can lead to all kinds of health issues. People haven't been eating that much healthy these days, and this, my friend, is what we call a food health problem.
So obesity. When we say obesity, it essentially means that, someone who has accumulated so much fat that maybe they will face some health problems. And when we say obesity, usually we think, oh, it's not that of a great problem in Hong Kong, it's usually only in the US. But I'm here today to tell you that this isn't really the case. There is actually a 20.8% of Hong Kong people aged 18 to 64 who are actually obese. That means in every 5 people, there is 1 person who is obese. And this is actually quite serious. That's not that little number we expected, right? So if we don't change this problem, this will only get from bad to worse. And when it is that bad, what will happen is people will be plagued with diabetes and other health problems, and even maybe cancer. And when we have these problems, what this will lead to might be death. And we don't want this happening to us Hong Kong people, right? And these 3 problems are actually really, really serious, that we have to face the problem right in the face. And that is why today we propose a resolution.
So before we move on to our solution, let's first look at how we got information in the first place. Now, we used a school-wide survey through Google Forms, and we also used a face-to-face survey conducted in City U, Kowloon. This provided a wide range of perspectives from age 14 to 18, and allowed us to receive results quickly and accurately, which is so important in a time-limited project such as this one.
So let's move on to the research results. Actually, this is a question that was set up in the questionnaire, but I would like you to think about it again. So, where do you mostly acquire your lunch? According to the statistics shown, nearly 50% of interviewees acquire their lunch in restaurants. But we all know that restaurants usually sell only food with only a little amount of vegetables, which is really unhealthy. So how can we have a healthy diet in this way? Apart from this, we've discovered that there are problems existing at schools as well.
So, one question we asked students was whether they thought there were enough opportunities to eat healthy food at their schools. And if we look at the results, we can see that a majority of students said that there was little to no healthy food in their schools.
And a small percentage said that even if there was healthy food, the quality was often lackluster. Now, our food truck provides students the taste of healthy, organic, delicious food at cheap prices. However, we understand that many students, like I, also enjoy junk food as well, so like chocolate and ice cream. Balance is key in this sort of problem. So therefore, in this way, students can have their fair share of healthy food, while still being able to occasionally enjoy some of the junk food that we all love.
And we have also conducted a survey on two similar questions that are asked about the portion of vegetables and meats they have in 1 week per one lunchbox. That we found that the results are similar. But before that, please let me to ask you one question. Did anyone here still remember the golden ratio of lunchbox 3:1 that proposed by government? If you did, please raise your hand. Thank you very much, and congratulations for those people who have raised their hand up. You must have a very healthy base. Yes, this is what I actually want to point out. The wrong eating habit which leads to unhealthy. Maybe this is not specific enough. Let's speak in figures. As I know, the average mass of lunchbox is 0.68 kilogram. So using the information, we can calculate out how this amount of ingredients of lunchbox are separated. First of all, let's see the data in black. That was the ingredients that distributed in the golden ratio. But how if these ingredients are arranged in the wrong ratio that lead by the wrong eating habit, then you can see the red data. You see the difference now? 0.06 kilogram per vegetables that we lost. You may think that 0.06 kilogram is just a small number. How it will affect our health? Then I can tell you, it can't. But with the time pass, the result and answer may be different. Let's take your 6 secondary school life as an example. After 6 years, what will you lose? 363 kilograms of vegetables. Will it more? No, absolutely not. So, is it affect our health? Yes. So with time pass, the loss is no more 0.06 kilogram, but 300. Without a doubt, a wrong eating habit will lead to an enormous lot of vegetables that we take in, but also unhealthy.
Furthermore, we've also asked people whether they like healthy food or not. Guess what? Nearly 90% of people said that they actually like healthy food. Of course, everybody wants to get healthier, as health usually associated with body shape or even cholesterol level. However, are they really doing this in real life? Not exactly. You can look at the following slide. Actually, many people do not consider their diet as healthy because despite their desperate hope of getting healthier, they cannot really achieve it due to the cost of healthy food, taste, locations of restaurants, or even variety of healthier food. So once again, this shows that the severe problem is existing in our society. In order to let teenagers eat healthier, we proposed to have food trucks in all 18 districts in Hong Kong, which allow youths only pay a little amount of money in order to get well-cooked and healthy meals. So you must be wondering how many actually people are going to support this idea. So now let's take a look at the statistics. Nearly 95% of interviewees said that they do support this idea and want to become reality. So this means that the idea is greatly supported. Why don't we just do it? Without much ado, let's talk about how it actually works.
So you guys have probably just listened to my friend here talking about our idea, food truck. But what are the logistics behind it? How is it going to actually come to life? So after some planning and actually talking among each other, we have decided that we're going to be giving out something like a lunch order form 1 month in advance to students who want to eat from this food truck. And what they can do is that they can choose what they want to eat and the portion they want to eat in a month in advance. So we'll have enough food stocked up in the food truck, also allowing there to be options for our students. Furthermore, we also understand that some people might be afraid that they're not going to be enough, the districts might not be able to cater for all the places, all the schools available in Hong Kong. This is why we have proposed the idea of the 1 month in advance orders, allowing there to be enough food, but also allowing it to be sustainable throughout how our idea grows to be bigger and bigger.
Next, we would like to take over and talk about the solution for the problems we mentioned, food trucks.
Alright, So I'm pretty sure all of these areas on top are quite obvious, but let's just talk quickly about specialization. Since our project is only based on one particular aspect, which is nutrition, this allows us with very little competition in the market. And furthermore, we also have some suppliers that allow us to sell food at cheaper prices, as well as having lots of supplies as well. However, we need your help to make this a reality.
Essentially, we gave our questionnaires to people, asking them whether they agreed to the idea of our food truck. Most of them were inspired by the idea and were willing to give support. Those trucks are going to drive around Hong Kong and sell healthy vegetarian food. But here's the cool part. We will have party trucks to go to your birthday or a whole family barbecue, etc. And so that you better say goodbye to junk food and chips and something like that. So you can even make veggie birthday cakes if you like. The food truck will have lots of kinds of dressing. Japanese, orange, grape, avocado, you name it. And but they are all made from organic ingredients. Also, we have lots of different toppings, from tomato slices, strawberries, to blueberries. And nothing that you guys might know what I'm going to say. They are organic ingredients. So this is our slogan, and that's why I guarantee.
Food trucks not only deliver food right in front of the students, but also has a promising quality of food supply, which is chemical fertilizer free. And the other thing is that the obesity rate of kids in Hong Kong keeps on increasing. Food truck provides nutritious food to students so that they can eat healthier food and lower the chance of getting obesity. Except benefiting the students, it also benefits the community. Through establishing food trucks, a positive image of Hong Kong will be built, since Hong Kong is well known as the food paradise. Providing healthy meals can give a good impression to tourists towards Hong Kong.
For example, Taiwan has many food trucks. They are mostly selling local food and local snack, almost all around the country. These food trucks became the representable tourist attraction. In these cases, Hong Kong can also promote healthy lifestyle through food trucks. This can create healthy image of Hong Kong. Our goal is to let everybody to go green, eat green, and live green. Our first target is about students, as they are
Thank you. Interesting presentation. Great idea. Now, just one question. Now, I think maybe, from my point of view, I think maybe it's not actually the supply of healthy food. I don't think it's a problem. So if you ask me, or if anyone tell me that McDonald's hamburgers are healthy, I will be very surprised. So my concern is, okay, even if we have a lot of the so-called food trucks, so how can you assure me that your idea can change people's eating habits? So normally, delicious food is not healthy.
Alright, so thank you for your question, sir. We understand that although some students will not be as willing to go to the healthy food in the first place, so what we talked about, they might not be adapted. But I'd like to answer that question by saying that although students sometimes they may not enjoy food, they can eventually try it out. And eventually as they eat more, they'll get used to it. And again, prior to the presentation, we've already talked about how we allow balance. So even if they do not get to the habit of eating healthy food, we can slowly encourage them to.
To add to his response, I would like to say that we're not trying to have a change in 100% of the population. We rather believe that a 10% population change can also change the future. It's all about starting and having a dream to start something in order to make it become reality, in order to make it become bigger. Let's say an example, Gong Cha. It was a small dream by some Taiwanese guy. And now there are bubble tea restaurants, bubble tea cafes everywhere around Hong Kong. It's about somebody's initiative to start something. Then only it can grow into something bigger. Thank you.
Thank you so much.